Hey everybody, welcome back to Foley Plays. Today we're going to be starting a new Let's Play of Alone in the Dark, 2024. Last week we played the original from 1992, so it's been a while. It's a big jump. This is not the first reboot of Alone in the Dark. This is like the fourth, I think. Alone in the Dark 1. And they had a trilogy. And then there was Alone in the Dark: A New Nightmare. Just sort of a reboot, kinda. Reimagining, maybe. That did okay, but I don't think it really went anywhere after that. Alone in the Dark Illumination, I think, was after that. Stage in 2000. And we had Alone in the Dark Inferno. I think it was 2008. And then for a long time, nothing happened. Now we have Alone in the Dark 2024. I don't know. They fucking took their time getting back to it again. There's a lot of different attempts to make this a thing. I don't think they've ever really been all that successful, to be honest. But it's a new survival horror game, so I'm gonna give it a shot. So, over on Steam, it has been out for a little while. It was released on the 20th of March, 2024. So that's last week. Return to Dorsetto Manor and this reimagination of Alone in the Dark, a love letter to the 90s cult classic horror game. So this is somewhat using the same broad story of the first game. Obviously the first game is actually quite short, if you know what you're doing. This game has been padded out a little bit, though I have heard that it is still kind of short. Anyway, user tags, psychological horror, Lovecraftian, and action. They're going for, and is currently sitting on a 75.8%, mostly positive from user reviews. That's 700 of them. On the critic side, it's slightly less. Don't know why it decided not to save my changes. One sec. Because I did change the game I was looking at, but for whatever reason, Chrome didn't save it and decided to go back to something in the cache. I don't know why it did that. And helpful, I suppose, if I had been ready for this stream in any way. Anyway, all right. Over on Metacritic, we have a mixed or average. Metacritic has categorized it as a 64, based on 70 reviews. The user score is generally favorable. It's actually quite a bit higher, 7.7. Seems users are a little bit more taken on it than critical reception, though you could obviously take that as just fans of the game and what have you. Highest review on the critical side from Metacritic is Digitally Downloaded, who I've never heard of. That might be an AI generated review as well, so I'm going to skip that. Lowest score was 20 out of 100 from The Guardian. And again, it's the same thing that always happens to Alone in the Dark. It gets propped up against the heavy hitters of survival horror, and then obviously it does not stand up well because it doesn't have the same caliber of developer behind it. Anyway, after the excellent Alan Wake 2 reveled in its own strangeness, Alone in the Dark is too staid and too clumsy and too haphazard. Yes, well, I mean, fucking Remedy made Alan Wake 2. Come on. Anyway, over on OpenCritic, about the same, 63 top critic average, so only 42% critics recommend. Not great. So, but going by OpenCritic's ratings, this is considered a weak game. That's the lowest score OpenCritic gives, which is kind of telling on the state of video game reviews, that even higher than 50 out of 100, higher than half, passing grade is considered weak. You would think like a 40 out of 100 should be considered weak, something like that. But anyway, other games currently sitting at weak are South Park Snow Day, which I have not heard very good things about. Higher up from that on the fair rating is Open Roads, and then higher up on that on the strong rating is Pepper Grinder, Rise of the Ronin, Princess Peach Showtime, and then sitting on Mighty, the highest rating you can get is Dragon's Dogma 2 currently. That is the caliber of game. Been released in and around the same time as Alone in the Dark. Critic reviews: Eurogamer 2 out of 5, PC Gamer 76 out of 100, IGN 6 out of 10, Metro Game Central 6 out of 10, Games Radar Plus 1.5 out of 5, ouch. GameSpot 4 out of 10, Ouch. The Sixth Axis 5 out of 10 and Hobby Consolas 85 out of 100. Some pretty rough reviews. Eurogamer's Vicky Blake 2 out of 5. Great ideas and a storied history are mired in mediocre combat and a disappointingly unpolished delivery. What's the lowest score? Probably the Games Radar one. Games Radar's Leon Hurley 1.5 out of 5. A lackluster and fragmented game that never really comes together in any meaningful way in almost every sense that matters, from story to combat, horror, and atmosphere. Along the Dark leaves much to be desired. I mean, the first game was much the same. You know? It started off the trend of survival horror. I wouldn't necessarily say it was the zenith of the genre, you know? That goes to Resident Evil. The first one, not the second one. The second one is the zenith for action horror, but not for just survival horror. It's still definitely the first game. Anyway, so we're in for a good time this evening? Probably not. Find out. I will jump into it. You can probably expect that this will be a rough ride. We do have two protagonists, two protagoni for the game. Oh, fine. Leave that alone, I'm not going to touch it. Gonna move my water out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. So, options, gameplay. Leave most of this alone. Can't change anything else unless I'm in the game, presumably. Difficulty, player guidance, highlighting, have you. I just want to make sure subtitles are on. Audio and text. Subtitles. Is that on or off? I'm gonna assume that's on. Use the size zone. They don't give you an example of what it looks like. Okay, we have to assume it's fine. Display. Performance mode. All fine. Okay. Take it easy, focus more on the story, the standard experience with its intended difficulty. For an extra challenge, monsters are harder, resources are scarce. The difficulty can be switched anytime. God. Stick with the standard one, so. Extra help provided to make the experience smoother and easier, including hints and helpful highlights. Or for those who want to figure out everything for themselves, no extra systems to guide the player. I mean, I kind of want to do this. But since we're streaming it, I'm gonna stick with modern, but I don't know. If I do another playthrough, I'm already gonna know what to do. I'm kind of torn on this. Stick with modern. Okay. That's interesting. The original game does start with a frog jumping out in front of the car, and it jumps out in such a way that it looks like it's going to get run over, but it actually ends up running under the car. Ye olde graphics, you know, depth perception is a little difficult to pull off, but in this one they're like, oh, it's not the same as the old game. This one has a bit more bite to it, literally.
So, your uncle, what's wrong with him?
He's possessed.
As in the devil?
That's a problem, alright?
Something like that. He says a dark man is following him, watching him at all times.
Maybe he's just racist. Could just be a black guy.
What do you make of it?
It's nonsense, of course, but I'd be lying if I said it didn't bother me. You see, it runs in my family.
It's a tiny car.
Possession?
No, detective. Deteriorating melancholy. Practically every member of the Hartwood family is driven mad before they grow old.
A little bit of Resident Evil 7 in this opening.
But Jeremy didn't kill
driving
himself.
through a swamp, really. It's the only
Is
reason.
that why? Is that your setup?
Despite being convinced that he is truly possessed, he decided to put his last chips on Dr. Gray and his psychoanalysis, figuring he might stumble upon some cure.
You mentioned the letter.
I received a disturbing letter from Jeremy accusing the staff and all the other patients of being involved in some cult, And now they are also out to get him.
Of course.
Could it be real? Or is it all just in his head?
It's a story he tells himself, Mr. Carnby. Anything to avoid the truth.
Which is?
That we're all
Crazy?
terribly insignificant. That people mean so very little to one another. That there is no one out to get Jeremy Hartwood because he isn't worth getting.
Here we are.
Ouch. Derceto. Again, another slight change from the original story. Derceto was the family house. Jeremy Hartwood
My
was
uncle's
just
not well, Mr. Carnby.
head of the family at the
I
time.
want to make sure he's alright.
Then what's my part?
Now it sounds like it's
Couldn't get a cab?
mental
I
asylum.
just wouldn't feel safe going alone.
And also they don't show up together in the first game. You play as one or
Did you
the
bring
other.
a gun?
Yeah. You think it'll actually come to that?
No. But you might need to wave it around depending on how agreeable the staff will be.
Right.
What exactly are we gonna do when we find Jeremy?
Turn around and leave the building.
I don't know. Let's just find him first.
And now choose your character, presumably. Okay. So who do we want to be? Can be Emily Hartwood, played by Homer, or we can be Edward Carnby, played by David Harbour, a Stranger Things guy. I know Julia Comer's like actually from something well known, but I don't watch TV, so I have no idea. Basically. So, alright. Let's use my Feast and Famine coin. Because that sort of has a woman on one side and a skeleton on the other. We're going to assume that's David Harbour. Whatever. Stranger Things. So, who are we going to play as? If it is the skeleton, be David Harbour. And if it is the maiden, Jodie Comer. Or whatever their real name is. Or their character's name is, rather. Okay? That one doesn't count. Tell what that is. It's upside down. It's the maiden. No, it's not. It's the skull. Skull. Okay. I'm gonna play Edward Carnby, not David Harbour. Fucking is though.
Hello? Hello?
Looks abandoned.
It can't be. There has to be someone around.
Why can't it be abandoned? Sure you,
Wait
it's
here.
entirely possible.
I'll go around back.
And then, so yeah, again, I do wonder if you play as. God, her fucking name. Leah Comer's character. I forgot what her character's. Alright, we're Edward. We have enough bullets to fill the chamber, and that's it. There's booze, I think? We're way inside the house, no shit. That's what the fucking hints are gonna be, then I probably will. Horse? No horse. We got a stable, but no horse.
Now what do we got here?
Flashlight. This is a clue? And a kitchen garden key. How do we know it's the kitchen garden key? All we know is it's a key. We don't know what it opens anyway. Press the button. I feel like these kind of L flashlights were not a thing in the 20s. More stables and still no horses. Right. Ew. Need this? Yes. I'm using a HDR pass-through, so I can kind of see the screen better in darkness than you guys can, probably. So, again, for the purposes of the stream, I'll keep the flashlight on. Right, very Resident Evil. New Resident Evil. Bullets. Cat? What do you think? Cat or some evil demon? Kitty? Yeah. Well, what I assume is the cat. Synchronized flying away.
Nah, I'm not getting in there.
I mean, you didn't even try. Person or statue? Better not turn your head when you go into my peripherals. That's thing. Something in the well. The well, actually. Jesus.
Whoa.
Big tree.
That's one big tree to fit inside a conservatory.
You're kind of wondering, though, like, in a few years and it'll burst out of the conservatory.
Huh? What?
What, mate? Bree is talking to me. Beard is whispering in the first game. I'm not sure how spoilery I should go into this because this is still kind of a new game. If you did watch my, okay, if you watched me play through the first game, you'll know them significance of the tree. Right, we just keep keys in the pot now. You can't spin it around or do some funny shit with it. That's not fun. I don't like that they opened the door as well. I would rather you just let me get rid of the key. Bad. Drink. Nondescript drank. Ugh. Okay, that door is painted on. This door? Also painted on? I'm curious if I can shoot that. Doesn't look like there's anything in it. I'll leave it alone. Ding. Emily. Drank.
Don't mind if I do.
Okay, you're in the laundry brig. Worthwhile in the laundry brig. Put it in the booze. Gooch. Rat. Duke. Family Bibble.
Every day your silence weighs a little heavier. It's been a difficult year for everyone, and many have lost all hope. I read in the papers about people.
Which year are we talking about?
Pictures
Could be any
of
year.
dust-covered landscapes without a drop of water. I wish I knew if you were still tending the earth or if you had turned your back against us.
Okay.
I have
It's
started
Dust
to look
Bowl
for
season,
help
I guess.
elsewhere. I pray you will tell me if I am going down a path that you find disagreeable. With help from Baptiste and Charlotte, I found
Batista.
comfort in the practice of the voodoo. I have long been skeptical of that Caribbean cult, but it's been of good use to me. It seems all harmless in my book.
Why are you doing it
I
then?
say some words dreamt up by the Creoles, and I carry around a small pocket of gree-gree. Nothing of this is mentioned in the Bible, of course, but the French Quarter priestess tells me it's all connected. She says the Christian God is just one more perspective on the creator of things. That's what I like to think, but the other way around. That the spirits of her faith are just aspects of you,
Of
our
course.
Heavenly Father.
Fucking arrogance.
I am so grateful for the
You
words
definitely
you
chose
gave
the
Mr.
right religion,
Hartwood.
the one you were born
We
into.
will sing
Convenient.
your praises at St. John's Eve. The world will be blessed soon again. Only the sacrifices of the Old Testament compare to your demands. Let it be the truth. A mother of earth, wood, and dirt. A mother of 1,000 young.
Sacred sand, $1. Black cat oil, $1.50. Devil shoestrings, a quarter. That makes $2.75, madame.
What was that you were telling the doctor? A goat without horns. What does that mean?
Ah, you must have misheard me, madame. I said no such thing.
Please. I know I don't look like any of you, but I'm devout.
What's the rest
I'm
of this?
ready to do what it takes.
Do not be so eager to sacrifice the few things you have left, madame. Now please, leave my store.
A goat without horns.
Okay. There's a lot more than a goat without horns in the rest of that, but alright. Let's... Kitchen? Oh, he's upstairs. Keeping bullets in the pantry. The freezer, the icebox. Bullets in the icebox. Yeah, that's a place for them. It's in whatever that is. Why you give me so many bullets? I'm a little worried now. There's a lot of bullets. There's a lot of meat too. Just prepared. Man. Fell down. Your man? Man himself? Okay, we have this way and that way. Check it, it's locked. Damn it. Open it, locked. There's keys there. Alright. Cold room. And imagine it gets too cold. Bayou. This is just the room without insulation. Rat poison. Lagniappe? Huh? Okay. Yeah, I guess these are collectible.
What was that?
Yeah, they are. They're collectible. Carry over from the game to game. Some sets can't be complete. Ah, the campaigns are a little different. that door is now open. Already open. I think it was already. Oh, this wasn't. Gumbo. Gumbo's getting cold. It's supposed to be cold. This has got to be locked. Why is everything open? You're not helping me here, game. I don't know where to go when everything is fucking open. This is the cellar. This feels like the wrong way to go. Car ticket. Nolans. All whites. Suspicious light here. I think there's a hole. Or somebody didn't cull the environment properly when they built it. It might actually be that light that's true. Ah, one that's actually empty for a change. Oh, thank God.
Key.
Finally a locked room. Son of a bitch. Where the lads hang out between shifts. Sabotage.
Please do not touch the boiler. It is working after all. While the sabotage has caused a leak, only the decorative plate has been completely ruined. Let's wait for Mr. Chance to turn up and he can take a look at the leak. Mr. Waits.
Right. Decorative plague is missing.
That doesn't look safe.
Huh.
Missing something. That. On what I assume is the main. That symbol means hard from the other side. Locked from the other side. Careless. Marvelous science. It's a creepy toilet. I'm a blurry man. Not a vampire this time. Prairie. That side.
I need the key.
In there.
I need the key.
In there. You have upstairs. Me here. Bedroom. There's set of floor plans. This will be helpful. Okay. There's a fucking front door. A solvable puzzle. Interesting. Lockables, unlockables, and what have you. Bolted doors. So that's what that one we found was. Bolted on the opposite side. Blocked door that presumably is you can't go any further. I think we're going upstairs.
Oh.
Or not. Lottie's diary. Well, time to snoop.
Sunday, June 22nd. I spent all day looking for Jeremy. I should have cared for the others, but I'm scared that he will do something irreversible. Cassandra is upset that I didn't give her the latest shipment of pain medication that Waits brought from the post office yesterday.
Sure she would. She needs to get her fix.
I would have given it to her, but the company didn't send a new key this time around, so the box is just sitting there on my desk. They must have figured we had plenty of their gimmicky keys by now. I only remember seeing one lately. Grace was playing with it inside the grand parlor. Unless it turns up by itself, it will have to wait. I have to figure out where Jeremy is. I think Jack knew something. That dog of his found a strange rot permeating the house.
You know the dog
She's
found
showing
rot.
us, she said. Like those blots and streaks of fetid rot was talking to him.
Fetid rot, huh? Neat. We have the Piazza key. If I get to my inventory.
Louisiana State Board of Private Investigator Examiners grants the following license to Edward Carnby, Decatur Street, New Orleans. License number 196692-LA. Good until May 15th, 1930.
Good until.
Akambi, why am I hearing from Gloria Allen that you got some job at the loony bin? You better not be thinking of paying her off before me. I don't want to take you for a ride, so get me my money. I'll be at the Maccabean all night if you score some dough. Obed Morton.
That will not be happening, Obed. I'm going to be dead. I'm planning to be dead. Hold the button to open the map. Go to the Piazza. Let Emily upstairs. Hey, I was just there. Zoom.
Oh.
Fucking bear. Buddy. You attacking me now?
Thanks.
What are you doing? Who are you?
Whoa, pardon me, excuse me. My name is Edward Carnby, private investigator. I hope you don't mind we let ourselves inside.
I do mind. This is private property. You can't just barge in here.
There was
I'm
no
sorry
barging.
about
I
all
walked.
this, but I'm looking for my uncle. It's urgent, and no one was answering the door.
We can't hear you knocking anymore. None of us can.
Oh,
Who is your uncle, darling?
Jeremy. Am I right? She has that Hartwood gloom, doesn't she?
That's right. I'm Emily Hartwood. I just came to make sure my uncle is all right.
Well, he is unavailable right now. You will have to come back another day.
Unavailable how? Is he sleeping? We can wait.
He's lost.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
Who's your man again, Miss Hartwood?
My name's Edward Carnby, private investigator.
Splendid.
Enough! All of you, get back to your rooms. McCarthy, keep your eyes on the child. And you two, please leave immediately.
Look,
No such
we're not
thing.
here to cause any trouble. Just let us see the old man, satisfy the curiosity of my client here, and we'll be off.
Jeremy has gone missing. There's no need to worry, but it might be some time before he turns up. The whole staff is looking for him.
What? He ran off?
I don't have time for any of this. Please, come back
You
tomorrow.
know, I am a private
in that case, we'll just
investigator.
wait in his
I'm
room.
pretty
You
good
don't
at
mind, do you?
investigating.
It's upstairs, right?
Wait, you can't.
Don't worry, we'll be discreet.
In the corridor. It's the first door on your left. I'll tell Dr. Gray you're here.
Excellent. Thank you, madam.
The fuck is that? That door seem enormous. Yeah, the proportions are off a little bit here. That door is enormous.
All right, here we are.
Let's look around. See if we can dig up any clues.
I wish I had gone into that room now. Okay. Alright, Jeremy, what you got? Oh, you've got one of these fucking puzzles. I hate them so much. Never mind. Not one of those. Wash basin. Things. Church. His painting. As in, did he paint it? Probably not. He's got some fucked up stuff here. Okay, Bonesy. More Bonesy. Wanna know what's under this? I said if he is painting, it's very good. I mean, that's horrible, but it is also quite good. Like Necronomicon? A commonplace book.
Every night the dark man stands opaque at the threshold of my room, counting the
Creepy.
days until my spirit spills out of my tired shape. Only his pallid mask shelters my remaining sanity. Staring directly into the face of that demonic sultan would surely sunder time itself. Would he have looked the same to my father as he struggled for his life? Does his veiled face haunt my niece quite the same way? I wish so that I could rest my soul in that sunburnt convent of Teruel. Would I find you there, Juan? Or Senora Perosi, back from the beyond?
What are you talking about?
Every night I hide from him, moving from one misshapen memory to another.
You're doing a terrible job hiding from him if he's always at the door every night.
Places
Have you tried a different room?
Even paint. I wish I understood your death, Senora. Is there anything I could do for you but bury you in that bleak necropolis? That triumphant chapel rising above the ledges and the oven vaults shall be your sepulchre, where you may rest, and I shall weep.
You guys want to read this one? Okay, I'm gonna read it. How did you first come to understand such things, Signora? How did you know that the battered boiler in the basement would lead me to the cemetery? Okay. Laying it out a little bit too much. Or how the old upstairs clock with its astronomical motifs would take me to that hateful mound outside of Claremont Harbor. Those are my memories, my past. Or perhaps a chance, if ever so small, for me to see Taruella. I want that more than anything. Please let my talisman take me there. Let me sit with Juan under his book tree. Despite having sold me that talisman, Miss Jackson, the voodoo priestess, revealed none of her secrets to me. That's why I had to travel to Ankara, maybe? Instead, she cruelly told Baptiste, my caretaker, that he would be betrayed and killed in the most awful way. The one he loved would pierce his thigh with a sharp spear, and that he would be devoured by his own mother. What a terrible thing to say. What happened, though? People of Dracera are becoming dangerous. They do not understand what they are doing. I must do something to stop them. I tried talking to Dr. Gray, but he confuses my worries. He's caught up in treating me. How can he expect evil to be cured with medicine and conversation? The orderlies, the housekeeper, and the patients are all deranged. They will call upon evil to enter this world. All will be lost. Everything. Unless I can find the clerk, Mr. Waits. He seems to be a clear-thinking man. Maybe Beauregard. Dark man offered me a prison, and I accepted. I signed that miscarried contract and entered a dark pact. Everyone is safe except for me. And things. Okay. Try to remember some of this, I guess. Now we got this thing. Painted wooden tile. The motif suggests this being part of a larger picture. Where that goes. Can't help at all, Emily, or... Oh, I thought this was just like a dust mote floating in the air. I was like, that's a little bit weird looking.
I found a book full of peculiar notes. Have you heard of something called Tarawea?
No. What's that?
I might be reading too much into this, but I think it's the place he wants to go to.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a clue.
Blue's Clue. What's wrong?
Hey,
Fancy
you know anything
talisman?
about this? Looks like some sort of talisman.
No, I don't. Oh, help me out here, will you?
I would kill the guy, throw some of this stuff out. I'd be crazy too if I had this much junk lying around.
Throw away fancy frames. Eat that shit. Just as hard to find a frame as it is to find art to go in it. I'm thinking we don't want to see what's in there.
Oh, wow. That's striking.
Willem Dafoe?
I want to save this one.
Stop looking at it, Ed. Stop looking at it, Ed.
All right, come on. I want to go see Dr. Gray. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I'm coming. Miss Hartwood. Emily?
Likely she somehow got back into the room. Ed. Curtain is gone.
What the hell is going on? Where am I?
We're suddenly in a town. Weird one. Shop over there, though. Presumably they want us to get down there. Hotel St. George. Traffic is always stopped. But yeah, anyway, the cover that was on this is gone. Bullets. I opened this yet? No, still locked. Would have been interesting if the paintings had changed as well, and I don't know, the statues and so on. It's freaky. I was wondering if the broom was what was barring the door somehow. That's not. There's the man himself again. Wonder how many of these are public domain. Photos. Public domain paintings. Pictures. Cockroaches. Melted paintings as well. Right, I assume the brooms or what have you are meant to just lock doors that are actually accessible in the when we're back in the proper manner. Okay. Gotta go this way. Well, guess I'm going this way then. You are not alone! free to die. Oh, good. Stun locking. I love it. And now I'm stuck. Still stuck. Yep, stuck.
Yeah.
Huh? Where the fuck did that miss?
Christ, what the hell was that?
Swamp thing. Swamp boy. I don't know. Not big enough to be swamp thing. I wasn't expecting there to be an outside the mansion section. Can I go into the gloom? Die if you go into the gloom.
I can't go that way.
What happens if I go? Ah. The clever way to do it would have been to just have you come, like, have the player walk in, do like a fade in for the fog, and then like turn them around. That when they keep walking straight, they end up just coming back.
What the hell is going on?
Post for me? Why are you telling me to sprint? Don't tell me that. Frank. Just get in the car and get out of here?
I can't go that way.
I'm gonna try anyway. Damn it. Alright, let's head into Johnny the Conqueror's Roots and Medicine. Got supplies, herbs, roots, gree, shells, candles. All the good stuff. Ew. Do you have a shotgun? Or a voodoo shotgun?
Don't let them get inside, combat. They're not the good kind.
Are you... Is this your store?
There are no owners here. We both strangers in Jeremy's story.
Jeremy did this. How?
The pact with the dog man. Jeremy warned us, but we didn't think much of it.
I'm Detective Edward Carnby. I was hired by Jeremy's niece to find him.
Oh, yeah? How much she paying you?
$150.
She's sure getting her money's worth tonight. Are you a thinking man, compare?
No, not if I can help it.
You know, I think Jeremy's hiding in a way we can't find him. He has this juju necklace that guides him.
The talisman?
That's right. It's some magic charm he got from Miss Jackson down the street.
Sorry,
The
Miss
voodoo
Jackson.
priestess.
You know surprising things, compadre. Yeah, the Mama Loa. Here, take the key. I locked the gate to save her.
I have
place
many
from
like
other
this. You
ghouls
can
and
have this
goblins
one.
getting inside. Maybe if you go there, you can
See?
find some clues to show you the way.
Are they all the same key?
Thanks. I'll have a look.
Actually surprised he put it in his pocket. Good. Batista's key. We don't know he's Batista. We don't know that. We only got one of his keys too. Not all of them. Anyway. There are 3 keys on the chain. One that opens up to Miss Jackson's place in the French Quarter. Then there are 2 belonging to Derceto. One for the clerk's office and one for the library. Yeah, he definitely only gave us one key. Right. What this? Observed reptile. Been nice if they had flavor text to them. You get some flavor text afterwards, and you have all three of them. How many of these things are flammable? Any of them? Go to the voodoo shop to get all of your voodoo ingredients, like bullets. Door is painted on. Else? Got for me, Batista?
You want to come along?
Nah, I'm gonna stay here for a while.
I would jerk it off in here. Self. Lock him in. Nice herbs, roots, shells, bones, gree, candles, plants, fetishes, crystals, recipes, powders, and sigils. Nice, no bullets. Bullets must be free then. Okay. Acquired a key. Fucked up thing down there. Even sure where its head is. Stay down there. The pipe.
Hey.
Oh, what? Eat shit. Got him. Ah, they have durability. Lame. Now what's happening to this? Nothing. Miss. That's... Alright. What do you think his head is? Ah. Items can be thrown at enemies or used to distract them. Tap or to quickly throw the item. Item am I throwing? Leslie pipes? I want to kill this thing though. I don't want it running around. I don't want to hit it with it. What am I throwing? Why is it telling me I can throw things? Something I can pick up. Come back here. I have to hit him. You know I have to hit him. Fucker. Was it worth it? Probably not. Fuck. Two people stuck together. That were worm things are. Gross. The rock. Another rock? Okay, they really wanted me to distract this guy. said don't go this way. Well, that's a run. That's a run, alright. Flashlight is basic. Useless. Let's see. Meet an experienced... no, need an experienced babysitter. That's what it says. Asks you a question. Ding. And I had to lose the pipe. I only carry one melee weapon at a time.
I can't go that way.
Fine. It's a big fucking key. Back into the house? Feels like it. There's lads. Delicious soup. Molotov. Squishy. And I Molotov you. The throwables. Would have assumed, to be honest, they would just give you a throwable, like it's an infinite throwable. I have so many of them around here. Get up. Hang on, am I at full or can you? Come on. Be at a very specific point. Hey. There we go. That was weird. Buddy. Eat hatchet. Oh, what the fuck? Eat hatchet.
My weapon broke.
Can I punch? No. Okay. Don't have, like, a permanent shitty melee weapon. Juju. We've got two of that. Had all those throwables on the bottom floor. Had like fucking none on the way up.
recognize this place. It's Miss Jackson's seance parlor. Let's see if she's got any information on Jeremy's talisman.
How do you recognize this place? Have we been here? Mirrors are broken. Good sign. Well, it doesn't just have information on it. Here's the actual thing.
It's the talisman, like the one in the painting.
Ah, now. In between there are doors. Well, talisman shaped over centuries. The engraving of the numbers looks to be less than 100 years old, but the base could be from antiquity. How does he know this? Polished black sunstone in the middle has a glass finish and occasionally gives the impression of hiding a picture with itself. Need to get back to the setup. Okay. I didn't think we were going to have like a Silent Hill thing going on. Jumping between. Handle gone on a lot of those doors. Literally will not even let me. Like, nope, go back.
I think it's meant for the talisman. I think it needs numbers, like coordinates. Maybe there's something in Jeremy's notes.
There is. Oh, he just picked this up. He didn't actually show. He didn't actually read. There's the number there.
Black sunstone. An ancient navigational tool found inside a cheniere along the Bayou Tonk. The old grave was uncovered by oil riggers and said to have unleashed a vagabond devil that massacred its finders.
3 numbers are needed to span a bridge between escapes of dream and memory, according to Stein. Not where I want to be, but it's a start. 3, 5, 8.
It's showing something. A place? Where is that? Huh.
Did take it. Oh, okay.
Detective, I was wondering when you were going to show up. Mrs. Thompson told me you were here. I understand you are working for Jeremy Hartwood's niece.
Oh, with your eyelashes.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you're not wrong. We came here for her uncle. I just didn't expect... I didn't expect this. You are Dr. Gray, right?
That's right. You don't happen to have some identification, Detective. I'm not keen on having strangers prying into my business. Oh, Detective Edward Carnby, Decatur Street, New Orleans. Enjoying the Vieux Carré, Detective? Those old French quarters, the voodoo people, the gangsters. I'm sure you live an exciting life.
I'd rather not,
It's not quite like the stories, Doc. Just trying to make a living.
Aren't we all making a living? Well, welcome to Deseto, Detective. I hope your time here will be useful. Now, what can I do for you?
Stop being
Why don't you
creepy.
tell me where I can find Jeremy Hartwood.
Why wouldn't that make for a short visit? I wish I could tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know. A drink, Detective?
Anything brandy.
Free healing?
Oh,
Sure.
You do belong in the French quarters, Detective.
Don't ask any questions about all my bloodstains.
You know, just give me the cheap stuff. I'm not much of a connoisseur.
Having low standards is not a virtue, Detective. Let me see if I can broaden your perspective.
What can you tell me about Jeremy?
I wouldn't want to go into details about his condition. Doctor-patient confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Sure, but he is crazy, and he's gone missing. Why?
Here.
Watch
Try
this glass.
this.
Chug it.
Ooh, it's good. Got a bite?
How many
It's
drugs are
called
in
a
this?
Sidecar. The trick is not to be afraid of the tartness of the lemon. Then, for goodness sake, don't overdo the triple sec.
Okay, what can you tell me about Jeremy?
Well, let me think. He is an anxious man, constantly worried about events not presenting themselves according to his model of predestination. He complains about things not being carried out in the right order, and that some things simply shouldn't be. Is any of this helpful to you?
Not really. I was hoping for some direction where to look next.
I'm sorry. I have nothing for you then. You should talk to my orderlies. They have been looking for him for a while now. I'm sure they would appreciate your help.
Yeah, I ran into Batiste earlier. Come to think of it, he might have given me a lead.
Oh, excellent. So your investigation is already underway.
I'm gonna go, but I'm sure we'll meet again.
Looking forward to it. Safe returns.
I guess we drink on the job. Alright, changed our shirt. No longer bloodstained. No, never mind. Still bloodstained.
Detective Carnby, where did you go?
Question.
I was just talking to Dr. Gray.
You disappeared.
No, it's not what you think. Have you found anything strange going on here?
Yes. Everyone is being incredibly evasive and I can't figure out why.
No, I mean something you can't explain. Paranormal even.
Stranger Things even.
Detective, I really need you to get yourself together. I can't do this alone.
Forget it. I'll figure it out.
Do you want to come see Dr. Gray?
No, I want to try something. You know, with this talisman, I think I can follow Jeremy to the place he mentioned in the book. What was the name? Do you remember something Spanish? Tarawea. Yeah, that's where I need to go.
Detective, are you gonna be all right?
No.
Yeah, of course. Go talk to Dr. Gray. We'll rendezvous later.
Like you're trying to get rid of me, Ed. Question why he has blood all over himself.
This talisman brought me back from the French Quarter in the blink of an eye. If Jeremy can travel so easily, then he could be hiding anywhere, even Tarawea. If he can do it, so can I. I just need to figure out how the talisman works.
Oh, that's nice. His hand on the stamp. Ding. Oh, didn't actually take that one. Repairing the boiler.
Saw your notice in the boiler room. You should know Mr. Chance won't be coming back. I got no business being in there myself, but you can take a valve from the wine cellar if you want to try to stop the steam pouring out. Be careful.
Key 6? Nope. That's not right. Key to room 6.
Dr. Elmore Lee Gray is DeSeto's chief doctor. Accounting and all administrative work is handled by me, Paul Waits. Magdalena Thompson.
Yeah, I'm not waiting for you to say all. Magdalene Thompson, housekeeper, Jean-Baptiste Dubois. Dubois, okay. Orderly, Charlotte Dubois, okay. Nurse, related, potentially. Great. Jack Chance, gardener, Jack Chance. Great. Malcolm McCarthy, talent, empty room, Jeremy Hartwood, Jean Baptiste staff. Okay, he lives on site. Charlotte. Okay, so they're probably not married since they have separate rooms. Isabella Perosi, Grace Saunders, and Cassandra Beauregard. Which one is this sexy one? Cassandra sounds like a sexy name.
Paul, you're right about the plates on the boiler and the clock. They have been sabotaged, and I think I know who did it. They have something to do with Jeremy's episodes and how he seems to disappear at night. Right now, it's important that you keep an eye out for any of the pieces. I want to find out if I can repair the plates. Let me know if you find any of them. Lottie.
Tell Lottie to take a look at the well in the kitchen garden.
Okay, I mean, I won't be telling Lottie that, but I will take a look. Already. Figure out how to actually get to something in there. Safe.
There's no way I can get into this thing. Better leave it alone.
I don't know that. Figure it out.
There's no way I can get into this.
I wasn't trying to get into it.
Better leave it alone.
No, Cassandra was not the sexy lady. Room number 8. Female, 47. Rick Jardot, her literary agent. Admitted. French Quarter. Cassandra suffers from writer's block and needs to finish her moving picture script before the end of June. Mr. Jardot suggests Cassandra's heavy use of barbiturates is holding her back and risks ruining her career. Cassandra Beauregard is a beloved crime author who managed to pull herself out of poverty and into stardom. 5 years ago, she tried killing herself by jumping off a balcony. The incident left her a cripple and now relies heavily on her against the barbiturates. Diagnostic impressions. Cassandra suffers chronic back pain following her suicide attempt. She self-administered morphine to keep herself ambulant, but has become addicted and the desired effect is now lost. The drug abuse clouds her mind. She is unable to focus on real life. To save herself from this insight, she instead makes up stories to fill out the gaps of her own thought process, resembling the Korsakoff syndrome. Treatment plan. First of all, she needs to be weaned from her drug addiction and hope it will resolve her compulsive lying. Doubt. Looking to permanently numbing her pain in her back through surgery. That'll go well. Finally deal with her suicide. Finally, yes. Go get around to those suicidal thoughts after you've further crippled her. Grace Saunders, female, age 11. Gabriella Saunders' mother, admitting party, lives in City Park. Reason for admission, the mother insists on strict supervision by a proper gentleman to avoid further perversion of Grace's adolescence. She hasn't even hit her adolescence yet. Personal history. Grace's family possesses modest wealth and status. Her childhood seems ordinary, spending most of her time with private teachers and family friends. Grace's father recently passed away, leaving her mother the sole caregiver. Gnostic impressions. Grace has trouble dealing with her father's death. She is willingly suppressing her feelings on the matter and isn't properly acknowledging the trauma she has suffered. Treatment plan. Grace needs nothing out of the ordinary. She simply needs parental guidance. Eventually, we can work on her feelings towards her father. Malcolm McCaffrey. Murphy. Name is spelled weird. Nobody admitted him. Presumably he admitted himself. Male, 54. McCarthy admitted himself to Dorsetto, stating simply that he needs some damn rest. History. McCarthy claims he used to work as a lawyer in Baton Rouge, but says he can't go into details because of some dispute. Background remains largely a mystery, except for the occasional clue that he drops in conversation. Classic impressions. McCarthy is an anxious man and an alcoholic. He often tells half-truths due to some deep-seated inability to trust other people. Treatment plan. McCarthy will take some time to open up. Spending time with Jack's dog or the child should be good for him. Harmless nature will help build his sense of trust. Then, counts. Isabella Perosi. Self. From Italy. Female. Possibly 33. He's guessing, I guess. Reason for admission. Perosi broke into Dorsetto and was found wandering the grand parlor. She was confused and suffered partial amnesia. She insisted she belonged here and offered to pay for her stay. Personal history. Perosi claims to have been a member of the Astarte artist colony 20 years ago, a claim that seems contrafactual due to her young age. She looks to be and even thinks she is 33 years of age. That would make her a child at the time. It seems fair to say that the Perosi story is untrue, deliberately so or not. Perosi's story is peculiar because she retracted her story about the artist colony. No longer claims to be the same person as Elisabetta Perosi. However, my staff's research has confirmed there was a Perosi at that time who was in her early 30s. Time too often. Treatment plan. I wanted to contact the real Perosi, but it seems the whole colony disappeared one night. 1915, during a hurricane. I'll have to take it slow and figure out what the spell of impersonation could have been. There's the sexy one. Responsible party. Father. Lives in the French Quarter. 29. Male. Reason for admission. Ruth's father wishes that his daughter is removed from New Orleans nightlife for the foreseeable future. Ruth. He fears that her overly free spirit is tarnishing. There it is. Mardi Gras. Ruth comes from considerable wealth. Her family owns several hotels and restaurants. Unlike the rest of the family, her sense of adventure has taken her around the world, including France during the Great War as a photojournalist. Okay. The last decade, she has provoked many rumors of being a debauched flapper bordering on nymphomania. Nice. Despite her father's frivolous reasons for her to be admitted, Ruth does seem to provide an interesting case. She is refreshingly open and doesn't shy away from talking about her life during the war or her continuous celebration after returning back to the States. She is admittedly a sexual deviant and feels no remorse. I like the sound of this more and more. Simply staying at Derceto should do wonders for Ruth, if not at least for her family's reputation. Ruth doesn't need to change, but with therapy I might be able to share with her some sympathy toward her family. I doubt she will settle down and become as dull as the rest of them, but at least she might try to be more discreet.
Looks like all the patients are accounted for, except for Jeremy.
Rorschach. Okay, so there's a safe there.
I need the key.
Puzzle here, apparently. Oh, the safe. Treatment room. Oh. Treatment room must be the out room. Doctor's. Penis? Nope. No penis. Boo. Doctor's office that we don't want to go to just yet. Oh, bro. Fucking bear. Or a regular sized bear. They're just. Bears are big. We do have upstairs. We can get into the library. Stay on this floor for now. Doing that. Stop telling me to sprint. You guys looking at? Birds are all looking in the same direction. Nice. Glad I heard that. The keys. Ah, oh, this is fucking. Sure, I'm liking these modern hints. I'm gonna do that anyway. You didn't have to tell me. It's less of a library, more of a sitting room, drawing room. Lost Plantations of Louisiana.
Lost Plantations of Louisiana. Thierry Briclot, 1917.
Thierry Briclot.
Derceto was a small plantation on the eastern shore of Lake Pontchartrain. The land was considered difficult for industry and was sold for only $30 to Elijah Pickford in 1818. Pickford employed hundreds of workers from nearby New Orleans to clear the woods and build a small plantation mansion facing the lake with a striking Greek Revival temple facade. Derceto kept a modest production of Barrique tobacco and indigo that persisted up till the Civil War. During the antebellum era, Derceto was the source of many rumors concerning voodoo and witchcraft. People who traveled the lake reported seeing people dance at night in front of bonfires, bleating and wailing.
Sure it wasn't sheep.
On June 17, 1862, Captain J.W. Norton of the Union Army recounts leading a raiding party from ships anchored in Lake Pontchartrain in order to seize control of Derceto and free the slaves working there. The captain was surprised to find the workers fighting back with unprecedented zeal. Norton's account describes these men and women as enraged with fanaticism. Pickford reportedly tried to placate the raiders, but was shot in the confusion. Captain Norton left the mansion burning and retreated to his ships with his men.
Burning?
Derceto was left in ruins for several
That's in pretty good shape for a burnt building.
The ownership of the land was long disputed and returned to the Ledoux family in 1901. Several police reports were filed during the following years as the Ledoux tried to get rid of a camp of squatters on their land. The police made several visits to remove the trespassers, but the people kept returning. On November 1st, 1907,
it's a good place to hang out.
Inspector Legrasse of the police charged a deadly attack in order to save several children kidnapped by the squatters. Many were killed, and even more were jailed. The following year, Ledoux rebuilt Derceto, incorporating the surviving stone foundation and adding a magnificent wrought iron conservatory. The farmland had been reclaimed by the surrounding woods, so it was no longer profitable to use as a plantation. Instead, the house was turned into an artist's colony. The Astarte Artist Colony was a successful group of artists, including figures such as painter Heinrich Cassel and poet Nora Keith.
Yes,
the
those
group
people.
Was also known for their beloved Mardi Gras crew called the Pirates of Pontchartrain. On September 29, 1915, a tropical hurricane tore through Louisiana, causing Lake Pontchartrain to flood New Orleans. Due to the remote location of Derceto, it took almost 2 weeks for outsiders to learn that the artist's colony was abandoned. The 12 residing artists had all vanished without a trace. The empty mansion of Derceto still stands on the shore of Lake Pontchartrain, with mansion's temple facade intact.
It's the same for Perosi.
The Ledoux family currently has no intention of repairing the house.
Not gonna repair it. It was 1915. 1930 something, I think the game is set in. Elijah Pickford is a character that does show up in the original game. Again, to avoid spoilers, I won't go into what goes on with them, but see if they have the same role this time around. Oh yeah, give me that shit.
Ooh.
No, give it to me. Right, find a way to open. Okay, it looks like we got a fancy door situation.
It's wedged shut.
I just pull that out now. Ah! Jesus. What stage of history is this, do you think? Old gunners. missing. Very Resident Evil 7 again. Hey, that was kind of
What happened? Everything's normal again? Right.
Okay. Okay, we're back this way. That's really helped. Or just doesn't work. Yes. Okay, so there is the well out in the garden. Do you know how we get to it? Lads. Synchronized flying away again, huh? This is new, though. Mummified cat. Love it. Garden hoser.
Huh.
Maybe we could flood the hole. Nice. That would raise the bucket. The other end of the hole. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. I can open this too. There's.
Got it. Okay.
Oh man, we got the rest of the hose? Cut. Well, there. These eyes are just painted on. Can I turn the hose on first? Is short. Okay. Hooray! Physics. Broken plate. Piece of a larger decorative plate, it has a dark and burnt quality. That. And there's one upstairs. Locked now. Get into the cellar. Into the lower areas. There, and then I can go upstairs. I haven't really been upstairs. Of course there's an attic. Stairs. Oh, the stairs. The ladder. Slightly faster. wedged.
It's wedged shut.
This is an awfully boring landing. Not even a painting on the wall or anything. Private. Okay. Again. Hasn't come back. Can I open this yet? Okay. I haven't been able to get to bedroom. So go back to Grand Hall. It's this way.
I need the key.
Head upstairs and go into room 6. Yes, room 6. In room. Deluded one. Or not deluded again. What the fuck's going on in this room?
Wow.
Ah, look at that thing.
It's stained. Looks like some kind of rot. This must be the clock that Jeremy wrote about in the commonplace book.
Right?
Huh. Looks like the plate that held the talisman in the seance room. But it's broken and missing some pieces.
Okay. We have some of them.
Sorry, Detective. Didn't mean to obstruct justice or anything.
That's fine.
You're still doing it.
I'm kind of busy with my own case of a missing person. I was wondering if you've seen Grace, a girl about yay high.
I can't say that I have. Why are you asking?
Well, I'm looking for her.
Is she in trouble?
I get that. Why?
No. She's just hiding somewhere. But we can't have a rascal like that running around unchecked. At a time like this, you understand?
Well, I haven't seen her.
Well, let me know if you find her. I'll be around. I'll keep an eye out for your man, Jeremy. You scratch my back, Detective, and I'll scratch yours.
I'm not into that, but thanks for the offer. Rooms have numbers. They don't. Jeremy's room. Continues to be Jeremy's
Looks like
room.
everything's back to normal here.
I can't open that. Then that's the mezzanine. Bird. Alright, this was room 6 apparently.
Huh. How eccentric.
Be that eccentric? Be like that? Well, I know a puzzle when I see one. Another one?
Astarte Artist Colony. I remember hearing about their disappearance. Must have been 15 years or more now.
There's Elisabetta at the bottom. Henrik Cassel and Nora Keith were both mentioned in writing. Captain Cortez. I was wondering if it made a pentagram. Rosie's journal. Got some astrological symbols
Will I
on it.
need to remember how to get them out again? They are locked up for good reason. I am sure she is still able to whisper the answer in the ears of the wrong people. But not for long. I will see her burned soon enough. That black goat will be sacrificed to put an end to it all. Then it will all be over. No more Derceto, and sadly, no Astarte. Those good pirates of Pontchartrain. May you still sail the lake, until you find the shores of Hali.
Okay. And we have on the left-hand side is the symbols. Okay, they're saying Aquarius is the big here. Say Capricorn. Work your way around, and then Scorpio, Sagittarius. Need to know their answers.
What are these symbols? Looks like alchemy or star constellations.
Really not know what the horoscopes look like? I mean, we don't know the number, unless the number is 110. Cubes.
I did it! I crossed the thresholds to my intended destination without a focusing device. My talisman now knows these roads, and I have no need for the plates. I can find my way to Lafayette as easy as I find my own room. I visited the grave of my father and seen the oven waiting for me. Thank you for opening these doors. I now must summon my courage and go back to that hateful mound outside the oil rig. I hope you'll be feeling better when I return. Jeremy.
He was here.
These paintings got some grim-looking rot on them.
Manon, Brian Gumfrey, and Jay Curtis are all black. Brian McMahon isn't one of them. Okay. James McMahon. Margus, Franklin Mosig, and William Margus is 2, 9, and 9, 9, 4. Pisces, Libra,
Got it.
Come on. Piece of a larger decorative plate as a dark and actually reflected properly. Okay, the room is okay. Dang it. Oh, big boys. Ugh. Insects. Gross. Can I walk in this shit or what? So fluvial. Okay. It's fine. Don't worry about us.
What the hell is going on? I think I've seen this somewhere.
They rotate us? Oh, yeah.
There was something in the commonplace book about this.
Wrong. Seems right to me. Need to be rotated a different. Like an A left, yes. Seems correct. should be line going to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Report to the ship as soon as possible. Obeying, okay?
Hey, thanks for the follow. Hey, Gams. This is right. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna move these. I don't know where I'm going wrong.
I need the key.
It's a solvable solution, but I don't understand. Sure.
I think the clock broke. Or maybe it just stopped at a very precise place.
Three, 4, 6. Not 3. Oh, 0. It's the other way. 3.
There's a picture in the black glass. It's showing me something. It's the hallway outside Jeremy's room.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Right.
Huh. I made it. I entered another one of Jeremy's memories.
Are they memories, though? Is that where we're going? Really? Wasn't that far of a drop? Why did that hurt him so much? Ugh. Alright, Swamp Town. Really done with that shotgun. Now that I break that. Torch is useless. Map? Nope.
May 1923. Monday. All okay. Ready for delivery. Maintenance. Oil pump must be serviced. Any tampering causes large spills unless properly forestalled. Tuesday. Shipment delayed but delivered. Maintenance. Service bridge close to broken. Wednesday. Prospectors reluctantly agreed to show the burial mound to Mr. Hotwood, a painter, who read about our finds in the papers. He means to return tomorrow and try to find a way inside. Thursday. Mr. Hotwood's efforts delayed. The workers seemed nervous about his presence. Hotwood promised not to return to the compound. Instead, he has taken up an offer by L'Officier, the riverboat captain, who means to pilot him to the site tomorrow morning. Hopefully that's the end, and work can resume. Maintenance. The bridge from the oil tower to the bayou has collapsed. Sabotage suspected.
Sabotage.
This is the devil that guides us now.
Wrote that part. And it's pulled out Friday. It's Thursday's entry ran long. What's he gonna do if there was something on Friday? Luckily everybody died before figure that out. You guys all need to die on Friday. I ran out of space on my diary. Love opening drawers, having nothing in them. It's great. Wonder how random it is. Or, like item placements, that kind of thing.
I need the key.
Climb up this? Might be a drop-off point instead. Rick? Again? Nobody to distract this time. Few frame rate drops here. Oh, thanks. Whatever that fucking was. That's that.
There's something missing.
Ah, good old crank. Where would we be in survival horror without the crank? Cranks and fuse puzzles. Yes. Bolted. I didn't tell you to open the door. It's unbolted. Pull up on drank. Or I'm not. Okay. Have the key. Now, enemy, jump on me. Rising. we ever get anything better than the pistol. We've seen the shotgun. Here's how we actually get it. I really am full on health now.
Got it.
Pipe. How are you gonna do? You get me in here. Right? You can't get me in here, right? Oh shit. I was hoping you can't like hop up on the out of the water or anything. Sort of horrible mud monster. Still going nuts out there. Another pipe. Don't need another pipe, I already have a pipe. Now I have 2 pipes. Nope, still just the one. I have 2 hands. I can dual wield the pipes. Ah, shit. Ah. Damn it, there's an item I missed there. It's me! Alright, well, if it bleeds, we can kill it. Can I climb back up? No, that's too high. Harbor's knees can't take it. You think the melee weapons are like different? I mean, stats-wise, do you think they're any different? Two shots on that guy. Oh, fucker. Oh, my pipe's gone. Okay, not sure why the first guy went down in 2 hits. The second guy took so many.
Looks pretty weak. I just need something to break it.
Yeah. Anyway, let's check this room first. Pipes. A shovel. For chivalry. Anything? undrank. Shovel. Or throwable. Okay. Lads? Is there circus music playing? There's a lad in there. Another mud monster over there. Okay. I think we have to go right anyway. So go to the musical area. Stay in there. That in there. Got him. Glasses. Amazing statuette. Amazing statuette goes with the mummified cat. Of course it does. That makes sense. Let's see where the music's coming from. The radio, I guess. Weapon, or is it? This is a decoration shovel. That is not a real attacking shovel. This shovel is for display purposes only. Like all the swords you buy off the internet, display purposes only. Hit anything with them, they're gonna fucking fall apart.
Huh.
Scalpel. Let's. I wonder if they're maybe they're different things for Emily, or if she even goes to this place, or maybe they're different for different difficulty levels. Maybe easy mode has more item drops. Yeah, I'd say easy mode probably does have more items. Of course. How am I stealthing my way around this thing that walks in the mud? I don't know. It somehow not hear me? That only distracted one of them. It's not going to help me much. Mind me, guys. Okay, fucking shocked that works, but alright, whatever. Guys really are fucking blind.
Get to the other side.
Oh, full on pistola. I mean, I could just run, right? Of course, he didn't care. The other one cared, but he didn't. That's a dead one. Shit, boys.
Alright. Now what?
Lay myself across. Tough cloth. Guess I'll need that to do this superhero shit I'm about to pull
Come
off.
on, Carnby. Can you rather fall to your death than go up in flames?
Yeah, boy! To it. He's making that noise. Gators out here. I can hear them. Oh, there's a lad. Hey, how you doing? Cool. I mean, he killed the thing for me. I do appreciate that. The time to just sneak for the whole game now. Get caught by that fucking thing. Corpses. Are they food? Sacrifices? What's going on with them? Okay, and then we're going
the hateful mound
into
Jeremy
the mound.
talked about in this
That's
book.
what he was talking about. It's a fucking mass grave or something.
Don't come any closer. I'm armed.
Get that thing out of my face.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm just a detective trying to find something called Tarawea.
You after Jeremy too? Why?
I'm working for his niece. She wants to make sure he's alright.
He might be unharmed, but far from all right. He's a curse upon Deseto.
Here we go again.
Quiet.
Uh-oh. You're in trouble, laddie. Well, that was convenient.
Oh, Christ in heaven.
Shotgun. Shotgun. Give it.
Ooh.
Oh, no, don't stop saying ooh. Just give me the... Give me the fucking thing. Palette knife. Intended for painting, but it's thin enough to slide through the crack of a door. Okay. You can use that to pry out the doors that are wedged. Reflections on the power of the verb in certain texts.
Reflections on the Power of the Verb in Certain Texts by Juan Luis Jorge. To act is in itself divine. Even the slightest movement of our hand is evidence of our soul in motion. Yet our free will is so easily overwhelmed by the dullness of everyday life. Our actions become rote and rigid, in spite of luxury and comfort. True divinity is found in the choice of leaving the stage where we all perform. People who discover this freedom unexpectedly will be struck by the terror of this revelation and become paralyzed, or worse, turn to suicide. However, if you are able to weather that storm, you will discover that there is a divine path beyond that fear.
Yes.
There is a chance to dismount your destiny and make something new. Something that hasn't been planned for or predestined. There is difficulty in explaining this type of acting as it transcends our everyday choices. This isn't some banal decision choosing one career over the other, or even who I should marry.
I don't even get the
Leading
choice of that.
stage,
I have to
no
have
matter
somebody
how,
first.
isn't a matter of course correction. It's a rejection of the story that the creator is telling.
Then we have a installation, the library, one of the That bag was just full of shit. Apparently I can now solve that. Not a puzzle. But a wedge piece. Another wedge piece. Have the key to get in there. Yes.
It's wedged shut. It worked.
In.
The Barlow lens. Instructions. To double the magnification of your telescope, simply fit this Barlow lens to your instrument. Then operate the fine tuners to adjust the distance between your lenses. This is easily done while looking through your eyepiece. Simply search for a position where your picture is clear and appears flat. When correctly tuned, your telescope should present a clear picture with magnificent magnification.
Okay. Find one of those. And the telescope to go with it, presumably. Cellar. Dog collar? Rubber stamp.
What's this?
And nothing. Okay, I mean, this room's a bit strange in that
I don't think I have everything I need.
Arlo lens, then we gotta find Taurus. This was before I realized the telescope was in this room. I was gonna say this, we just unlocked this room to get a key to unlock a different room, but boring. What's this room that we're in supposed to be? Drawing room. I don't know what I am none the wiser about what a drawing room. Okay. Then we have upstairs. Go back to the library. Head upstairs. We can get into the mezzanine. Gray's apartment needs to be permanently locked.
It's wedged shut. It worked.
Alright. Fire this one. So it's a shortcut. Bye.
Detective Carnby, how good of you to come. Let me pour you a drink.
That is a healthy drink. Rum.
What happened here? This place looks like it was hit by a bomb.
Welcome to the madhouse, Detective.
Thanks. Did the ceiling just collapse?
I heard it was something in the attic, something that was supposed to happen but didn't. How that could have such consequences is beyond me. The truth is, I don't know why the room looks like this. But I bet your friend Jeremy does.
You know where I could find him?
Oh, somewhere in his past, I suppose. He keeps going on about that mysterious dark man. I think he is hiding from him. Or maybe he's with him. I can't really keep up. I don't worry much. Take a look around this room. You may think it looks spectacularly devastated, but I just think it's finally found its stride. It fits perfectly with the state of this place and its loonies. The same goes for the nonsense with Jeremy. In my eyes, we finally managed to match the wild ride inside all of us.
Well, I'm happy you find the evening still harmonious. I hope you don't mind me setting things right. Jeremy's business, that is. This room looks beyond my capabilities.
Good luck, Detective. Hope to see you again soon.
Yeah. Evening, miss.
Room number again? I'll be by later. Moldy bread. Beignet? Beignet, rat poison, and a syringe. Now what happened there? This is another bard. It's a shortcut back.
Can I get some more of that whiskey?
It was rum, wasn't
Go ahead, Detective. I don't think I can stomach anymore anyway.
Okay. Isn't concerning at all. Get away. Up and down. Attic. Grand parlor. All the way down to the infirmary garage. Really want to go there. I'm going to assume the attic is locked. I assume I mean I really mean hoping the attic is locked because I don't want to go. Locked, please be locked, please be locked, please be locked. It's painted on. Good. You'd hear a scuffle behind the door though. It doesn't say that it's blocked though. It's possible we might end up there again at some point. Have the sitting room key. Leads us into a bunch of other places. Let's do that while we're on this floor. Stopping me going in here. Like, oh, this is fucking bones. And that depend dog collar stuff. Unlocks the shoddy cabinet. Boxer's room. Know anyone who was a boxer? I didn't see anyone who was a boxer in the paint shit file. Maybe this is Batista's room? Would explain why it's so bare bones, alright. Where do I go for the shotgun? Downstairs? point to get the shotgun. Come to daddy.
Now we're talking.
Shoddy. Wait, hang on. Right, how do I get the shoddy down? Okay, and I see there's another slot for the D-pad. Fuck.
What?
Well, now I gotta use the shotgun, I guess. Ah, what? Ow. Fucker. Shoddy shells. Pickaxe. Well, I mean, of course I have to actually use the shotgun. Okay. Back in this horrible room.
There's something missing.
France. Okay. Now locate France. It's the girls' room.
This must be that kid's room. Why does she seem so familiar?
We played the prologue. Played the prologue demo that had basically nothing in it. I don't know why they bothered releasing. Anyway.
Huh.
Okay. One intern work, 6 months on that. Small request.
Don't you worry, Grace. Go play your game, bleat and bellow with the others. I won't be jealous. There will be more masquerades. However, I would love it if you would finish my mask for the feast. With love, Ruth.
Okay. She gone to Mardi Gras. Steal their lighter instead.
What you got there?
Can't smoke, do you, kid?
You drawing something?
No. I'm just
Nothing
testing if this
special.
pen works.
I'm just bored.
Do I know you from somewhere?
I remember you, Mr. Conby.
From where?
Don't touch that. Cassandra wouldn't like it. She wouldn't like it at all.
Do you know where she is?
I'd rather not talk about it. It makes me upset. Besides,
super dead?
she'll be back after the Feast of St. John.
You think?
Yup. It's all on the page, Mr. Conby. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
You think?
All right.
I'm gonna go now, if that's okay. I don't like to stay too long in the same place. Mr. McCoffey might find me.
Hey. Is he mean to you?
Not everyone needs to be saved, Mr. Conby. You should know that by now.
Okay, kid. You didn't answer my question, though. Alright, I'm gonna mess with the time.
Miss Beauregard, I picked up your medicine at the post office today. As you understand, it needs to be administered by the orderlies for your safety. I've put the box in Lottie's room for now, and I'm sure she will find you as soon as possible. Mr. Waits.
We still know where the morphine is, we don't know where the key is.
So this is where Cassandra Beauregard ended up. For some reason, I thought she died years ago.
Hargrave. One of several medicines prescribed to the author Cassandra Beauregard. This particular bottle contains an ointment for pain relief sold as the fourth version of the company's popular recipe.
It's another one of those strange padlocks.
Shouldn't she be in that?
There's more of that rot again. Like it's guiding me to do something. But what? I don't think I have everything I need. If I find the full set of bottles, then maybe I can make something out of the stains of rot.
That seems to be the extent of the modern, whatever, guidance. Which I'm not a fan of. Definitely next time we play this, I'm doing old school. The turtles. Well, presumably the fourth bottle is in the cabinet in Lottie's room. Don't have the key. Other? I wonder if the game, you know, if you're like running around not doing anything for a while, does it sort of randomly, next time you walk through a room, does it just randomly turn it into an arena or something? Have that kind of mechanism to it? Or is everything scripted? I'm inclined to think everything is scripted because making that fun, very difficult. Boiler room. Can't do the boiler room yet. Batista said there was a valve we can use here. Electrical circuit breaker belonging to a few bucks. Forsaken crucifix. Starting a new set.
It worked.
Used for adjusting the flow of water and or steam. Maybe. If you're lucky. And spooky. Jesus. Eric. That's some terrible shooting. Alright, fuck you. Swap out controllers.
Jeremy?
Well, now, I wasn't actually expecting to find the guy. Oh.
What the hell is going on here?
Where's the body?
Piece of a larger decorative plate. It has a light and almost wood-like quality. Okay. Quotes. Was here last time?
You know, Mr. Waits, I saw a piece of the plate that Liza broke. I think she's been hiding them. She's not very good at it. She just chucked it into the little room with all the tools behind the boiler. I left it there. I didn't want to embarrass her by picking it up while she was looking. We went upstairs instead and played backgammon. I let her win, because she's so unhappy. The piece looked like the one on display in Cassandra's room. You know about that one already, right? Or is your eyesight really that fuzzy? I hope you don't feel bad about your glasses. You only look stupid when you squint.
Thanks.
Maybe if you had more eyes, you would see these things. I wish you had all the eyes you needed. Your best and favorite guest, Grace.
Not my favorite Grace now. My favorite guest now, Grace.
It's another plate for the talisman. Like the other one, it's broken and missing some pieces.
Yeah, so apparently there's one in Grace's, or not Grace's, Cassandra's room that apparently I am in fact blind. Ah, fuck off. Oh wait, no, that was always that was always locked. Cassandra. And try and go into the grand foyer. See if it'll let us in, at least. And foyer. Here. Open it up. This is loud as fuck. Okay. I think it would let us in. It really got fucked up though. Need that. Okay, well that's good, because now when we make our way back to Sandra's room, we can stop by in Lottie's medicine cabinet. Was thinking I needed more shotgun shells. Ring? Got that now. Great Depression. As the world moved into the new decade, America was spiraling into a maelstrom of debt, drought, and death. It was called the Great Depression and ruined many families. It was a fitting name, for poverty also breeds madness through desperation. Jeremy was, of course, no such victim, for he already witnessed the darkness within. He knew the shadow that stood on his threshold very well. It wasn't new, it was something that had always been.
As the world moved into
Forbidden knowledge. That's all I got. Forbidden knowledge. Alone and the lost walk a land of fear. When there is nothing you recognize or no one to trust, you prepare for the worst. Something is coming and you best be ready. Take the gun in the parlor. Give it hell. I think that one was more of a flavor text thing. She's fine, but I could have done with like a rocket launcher or something. This door we didn't check.
Ugh. There's more of that aggressive rot.
A black mold. Keep an eye out for that shit.
On the commonplace of evil, there lies virtue and stark irreverence, careless thoughts of luminous indifference. But blame not the beast we once were, which science so often wished to refer. Not the wicked full of sin, it is you who stand and grin. All our good intentions aside, whereupon we build our pride. Sunless solitude, follow not this corrupting light. Prophets of confidence always crashes out of sight. Hear me, for we all bear this mark. Thus we must remain alone in the dark.
Said the thing. It does actually say alone in the dark in the paper asset on the left, but not in the. Thoroughly turned around. Okay. Oh no, it's good. This is where I want. Dr. Jenkins' lozenges. One of several medicines prescribed to the author Cassandra Beauregard, this particular bottle contains tablets said to relieve sore throats and contain 2 vital. Sore throat is not her issue. There's a fucking broken back. broken legs or something. I don't know. Something that requires her to use a wheel. Okay, where are we going? Going back to Cassandra's room. So, okay. Left. I see it now. I mean, it's glass. My gun is already going in. Can I just knock it?
The rot made the shape of a snake. There must be something important to find here. Maybe it has something to do with the numbers on the labels.
Two, 5, 7. Don't get the snake part. We know 2 is...
Conby didn't know what to make of the grotesque vision of the dead clerk. Was he dead, or was it all fiction?
Two, 5, 7. So Pisces, Gemini. Okay, a piece of a larger decorative plate has a light nose with like. Right, now we got that. So back down to the boiler room. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. Will go wrong on the way. Everything's fine. Am I going? Servant stares down. Thanks for the follow, Scythian. Down one, then down the next one. Here. Should be able to finish this. Gotta make it look like the sun is over in the top right, and the church is in the bottom left. Farmhouses are in the bottom right. Rays are pointing towards. It should be that way. Light. 5, 7, 9. Smallest to biggest. Smallest is 5, 7.
Black glass.
Cellar?
Another room. Must be a way to another one of Jeremy's memories.
I didn't press that. Candles. Just get our friendly shotgun out. Oh, we're coming out of a crypt. Neat.
I knew it. I knew it would work. You're getting good at this, Carnby. Maybe a little too good at this.
Talking to yourself too, Ed. Die. Statue. These cemeteries, graveyards, whatever, in New Orleans are really cool. Creepy as hell, but really cool. Used to read a lot of Anne Rice when I was younger. Sets a lot of her vampire stuff in and around French America, effectively. A lot of talking about these kind of cemeteries and that kind of thing. Gonna be me?
The Hartwood's family crypt.
No.
Emily's family must have deeper roots in New Orleans than I thought. I figured she was a Yankee like me.
Algernon Lyle Hartwood, industrialist and diviner, born 1828, died 1900, then Latin. I cannot read. Well, hopefully he's still in there. Planning on coming out anytime. In this little alcove. Row. Never a good sign. Give me something to throw if there wasn't something to throw it at. That's too late. Have that. Blessing. A rustic plate adorned with lost allegory.
What's this?
I don't know what it is. Gonna put it here.
Now what do we got here? Got it.
Big fucking sledge. Never got to use my pickaxe, but I'm not gonna turn down the opportunity to hit somebody with a fucking hammer. Skellies! Alright, Skellies. Come here. It's hammer time. Ow. Hey, hey, no, hammer time. Eat shit, Skellington. Got a slightly more complicated door this time. Presumably I need...
Jeremy sketched this chapel in his book, so it must be important. Looks like I'll need more medallions to open it, though. I don't think I have everything I need.
It was the chapel Jeremy had mentioned in his book. With a bit of luck, soon Comby would be able to catch up with the old man. He just needed to find a way inside the chapel.
That's Cassandra writing all that. Can see them there. It's the hand, the bird, the goat. I think it's supposed to be the lamb. God, the lamb, and the Holy Spirit. I think that's what they're going for. Okay. It's painted on. Picking up a single pistol. Right. One bullet, please. You need the one. Go this way. No. Fucking birds. Gillies. Two bullets. They're spoiling us. Where'd that little shit go? The same one? Patrolling that far? Oh, no, it doesn't. What's up, shithead? Come here. Just didn't give a shit about those pistol shots. That guy doesn't care. Best, really? Rick. Brick. Huge fan of stealth games that aren't built for it, like this one. Mostly because I'd rather spend time actually looking at the environment. like to be rushed through these kind of segments. Damn it. Okay, luckily he's fucking blind.
It's blocked.
It is. Fighty area, I'd imagine. There. Sure which way to go. Our map is of no use here. You have no power here. Gandalf the Grey. I don't know which way to go. It's gonna go this way. Feeling they both lead to the same place anyway. Another one? Omen? Gonna break out? I can see you. What's up? Coming in? Coming in? No? Being a weirdo? Okay. Edge. Probably other one. Opposite side. The area. What? That's not particularly fair. Okay. Don't care. Fuck. Ow. Ow. That hurt. that's where he came out. Hang on. Okay, that was a new enemy type. I was not a fan of. Wasn't sure if they were my footsteps or it was an enemy. Oh, that's a lot of skulls. Oh, yes. Ossuary. Great. Glad I'm down here. Shoes ruined. Shoes will never be the same again. Ah! Fucker. Oh, what the fuck? Alright, well, there's the first death. I assume I was supposed to run. Did we save last? Walking in here? Okay, that's fine. Oh man, items have moved. I didn't get as many this time. Pistol bullet, oh no, they are. Right, so they are somewhat random. Alright, run.
There's too many of them. I gotta get out of here.
Let me past, dickhead. Ah. Sure felt like I went the right way there. Hey, do this again.
Too many of them. I gotta get out of here.
come on! They stop chasing me or what? Yes? Fuck. Stuck on. And the sacrifice.
Now what do we got here?
And we come off the gates that we weren't able to get through last
Thank
time.
God that's over.
Over, you say? Ah, fuck's sake. I jumped at him more than the birds. It's going on longer than I thought it would. This would just be a dead end.
This doesn't look good.
Sandra. Yep. Sandra Beauregard, author and victim. Seeing it earlier than I'm supposed to as well. This gate's open now. It wasn't open earlier. Is it Beta?
Please don't touch her. Jeremy. What are you doing here? Everyone's looking for you.
I know, it's all a big mess. No one understands. I'm just trying to keep evil at bay. Just for a little while longer.
You've got to come back with me. Your niece is waiting at Derceto.
Emily? Why would you... My letter. I keep making it worse.
What is going on, Jeremy? How is any of this happening?
I made a terrible promise with someone.
The Dark Man. Who is he?
No, don't say his name.
Pretty sure that's not his name. That's more of a title, really.
Always listening.
Jeremy, I need to understand what is going on.
I promised him everything. When the sun rises, I will be chained in his sunken desert temple for an eternity. But at least the evil about to awaken in Derceto won't harm anyone outside of that cursed place.
You're acting crazy, Jeremy. I want to help.
There's nothing you can do.
And what's all the business about Teruea? Why did you want to go there?
I can't go there. I'm not allowed.
But you wanted to. Can I go? Tell me, will it help me to break your pact? Is there something there that would help?
Why would you give me hope? That's so cruel.
I'm on the clock, Jeremy.
Sounds like we're onto something here. What should I...
Look out! Behind you!
A three-headed monkey!
Run! Don't let him take you!
That's a big boy. Oh.
I've seen so many strange occurrences lately. Memories explode into existence and then burn out like tired glass bulb filaments. Dreamscapes crash down from the stars and sink into the sea. Doors that lead to nowhere and absolutely everywhere at once. With all this reverie, I want to
Just a
think
TV.
there's a chance that you found a way to remain alive in some way I cannot fathom. Just like I've learned to navigate with my talisman. Maybe you, with all your knowledge, you somehow knew a way to find me again. Perhaps in Teruya. All my love, Jeremy.
Okay, we can get into his trunk. Definitely wasn't here.
She's dead. No matter how she died, she looks peaceful now.
Perosi's body looked unharmed. Conby couldn't figure out how she died, or why this wasn't a bigger upset to the people at the Seto.
They don't know yet. Also, finding your one in the Cassandra? That really was just like an Easter egg? Because it seemed like the game was ever going to lead you that way. Or maybe Emily finds her? That might be. Lens that can be fixed to amateur telescopes to increase magnification.
A telescope lens. Why would he lock that up?
Jeremy had found a way to enter Teruya, but he wasn't allowed to go. He knew deep down that it was impossible for him to cross that threshold. Instead, he hoped that Perosi would go in his place and burn his library to the ground so he could start again. But she never got the chance. Perosi had her own problems, her own demons, and she died suddenly one day without warning. Holding the telescope lens in his hands, Detective Conby suspected what it was. At least a part of the key to that paradise Jeremy so desperately wanted to see. Curious what he would find, he felt eager to put the lens to use.
Here's not the word I would use. Trepidatious is the word I would use. I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, how do I get back there? Who says there's more in here?
Emily's here.
Is that it? The thing I missed? Does she know who Emily is? I think there's something in the mezzanine as well. Tired of reading? She left something on the. She left something. Fuck, did she get the. Fuck this. Oh, she is actually here. She's not loaded in. Wow. Look at the cigarette as well. Shit. That's everything here. Something in the sitting room. No, wait, we know that, right? It's just the France puzzle can't solve.
There's something missing.
What's that? Doesn't mark it though, it's kind of annoying. Guess it doesn't count as a puzzle exactly. Alright, just gonna make our way to the drawing room. Not entirely sure what the difference is, but we're gonna make our way to the drawing room. Something in Lottie's room? Oh, you dare. I wasn't even paying attention to this pink and blue differences. Just there. I haven't actually read the fucking map legend. Wonder how many things I've missed, because it seems like new things are added when you return from other place. Hell? Okay. That was weird. Okay. What am I looking for? As far as I can zoom. Ow, 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 ow.
Whoa.
You guys have been here a while, huh? It's an open. It's obviously the puzzle. Has got anything else? Coke or something? on the nose, but okay. Oh, doing it itself.
Whoa, what's going on? It's dialing in something all on its own and it's showing the way to another memory?
Any
Where
room?
is that?
Ow, 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 ow. The gramophone's so shit. What's going on? Why do you keep skipping? Fine.
Another world seeping into Deseto. Was this a taste of that mysterious Terrawea?
You have to fairly distance walk to get there. If I hadn't done... So, the collision for the bag is still here. Anyway. The glass here. Put in the turlet. Decent? That's a lot of water. I'm gonna make sure that's somebody else's problem. Okay. Where you wanted me to go.
Here we go.
We got what? Oh.
I'm glad to see you made it. I had my doubts, but the hope you instilled has yet abandoned me.
I guess this must be Terrawea. Who are you?
My name is Juan Luis Jorge, and this is indeed the convent of Terrawea. You'll have to excuse me, but Yermi never got your name.
The name's Edward Carnby. I'm a private investigator. You're not a patient, are you?
No. I'm the author of a book that Yermi once found important.
How does that work? Are you part of this memory as well? Is this even a memory?
I think calling me a manifestation of Yermi's subconscious would be more correct. And so is the convent of Terrawea. I'm a man Yermi has never met, and we are in a place that he has never been.
Okay. So are you here to guide me or something?
I have no more purpose than you do. I simply am. I will happily help you, of course, if I'm able.
If you are already somehow part of Jeremy, why did he want to come here? Isn't he sort of here already?
Yermi wanted to come here because it's a representation of his mind at peace. When Dr. Gray asks him to find his focus during his sessions, this far-flung convent is what Yermi imagines. He is under the impression that if he could physically come here, he would reach a perfect equanimity.
So this is a
spiritual apotheosis.
Who he thinks?
You don't think it would work?
Juan Luis
Yermi
Jorge is?
subconsciously knows it's just wishful thinking.
Does that mean he
can't come here?
A little too racist.
Despite the pathways opened by the dark man between their Seto and Yermi's psyche, it's simply not possible.
But I'm here.
Indeed. It's a shame it's just another place for you, Detective. Otherwise, you could have become a Buddha.
Always a bridesmaid, never a blushing bride. Am I right?
Yes, I suppose so. You'll have to chase enlightenment elsewhere.
So what's the next best thing? What can I do here?
You should seek out the convent library and try to find the truth about Yermi's relationship with the Dark Man. It's the sort of knowledge he represses and is unable to reflect on.
Will it tell me how to break the pact?
Perhaps. At least you'll have something to confront Jeremy with.
Wait, why can't you just tell me?
I don't know such things. You'd be better off consulting the text of Dr. Freud, if you want such answers.
No thanks, I hate shrinks.
There is another thing you should know about the library. He is here as well.
Dank man.
The Dark Man has been working his way through the text for a long, long time.
He's here? How am I supposed to get past him?
Be careful, Detective.
That's not helpful.
Oh, jeez. Just perfect.
Ding.
Conby felt confused by the pleasant nature of Terrawea. It was somehow uncomfortable to him. Juan, the sweater-wearing Buddha, wasn't helping either. According to Conby, people just weren't meant to be this nice and genuine. Best to hurry off to the library, he thought, and see if he could find information about Jeremy's relationship with the Dark Man.
Dank. Okay, that is something we can figure out tomorrow. I'm gonna call it here for tonight. Decided to drop me in the 5th slot. That's anyway. It's at the center of the screen. That's fine. Probably like a pseudo map or not a pseudo mouse cursor in the game. Anyway, what's extras? Character skins. Oh yeah, you can play the game with these super pixelated OG character models as well if you want. We will not do that, or at least if we do, I'll do it on my own time. Right, that is it from me for today. Alright, so that was part 1 of my Alone in the Dark Let's Play. Let me know what you thought. Combat is very clunky, which is exactly what pretty much every review said. So the combat's pretty shit. And yeah, it is. Enemies get right up on top of you. And because they don't have... So Resident Evil, right? The way they deal with enemies being too close to you and you not being able to aim at them and it being awkward is they grab you. That's how the game has them designed. They grab you, you get out of the grab, or they bite you, whatever it is, but eventually you shrug them off back to a shooting range. Because that's what the game's primary interaction is shooting the enemies. In this game, they don't really have that. There's that one enemy that grabbed us, but I think that was it was a special enemy. I don't think we've seen it again since, and 2, I think it was because they were behind us. So yeah, the game doesn't really have an answer for when you're boxed in. Even when Mr. X attacks you, he will either, again, grab you or punch you. But when he punches you, he stops. You know, he doesn't keep going. So you never get stun locked by Mr. X. Lickers are much the same. They'll either slash at you or like leap jump at you or something like that. But there's a pause for you to get your bearings again. There's a balance to be had there. And these enemies... They're fine at range. I think it's when they get too close to you, they've given you the melee items as a sort of get out of jail, but the get out of jail should really be that the enemy should attack and bounce back. Give you room. I don't know. Anyway, I could be talking out my arse here. Anyway, there'll be more of this tomorrow. I'm going to continue into Chapter 3, into Chapter 4, see how far we can get. I don't know how long the game is. How long to beat says about 7 hours. And if that's the case, you could potentially finish it tomorrow. But I also go kind of slow, as you've seen. I don't actually like running around, and I do like to check every nook and cranny, so this could take us a little bit longer than what would be expected. Anyway, I'll be back at the same time tomorrow for part 2, my Alone in the Dark Let's Play. I am curious if... I'm debating whether or not to do a second playthrough with Emily instead. Because I am curious what's different. I wouldn't imagine there's a huge difference, but there are probably a couple of story changes. Like, we might know how Peretti dies. We might know what happened to Cassandra. That, you know, Emily's side of the story might tell you that. My concern is that it doesn't, and that it's literally the same story again, basically, is why I'm reluctant to commit to a second playthrough. Anyway, that's something for me to look up later, and we'll see. Right, I'm gonna head off. Have a good rest of your evening. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for the follows from Scythian 101 and Days Game. Anyway, alright, hope you guys had fun. Right, I'm gonna head off. See you tomorrow. More Alone in the Dark.
Bye.